We found a dead old one in deep space. We were out somewhere beyond the Kuiper Veil when we found it. Not an asteroid, not a ship, a corpse, if you can call it that, draped in robes of dust and frozen starlight, bigger than continents, older than names. Some of us said God. Some said before gods. Its chest was torn open. No blood, only a cavity that pulled at thought itself. The way riptides take ankles. We went anyway. Our ship was the Ashen Crown. Long haul salvage. Quiet registry. Good bones. A crew of 7 plus a librarian AI with a polite temper. We logged the sighting. We sent the pings. And then we turned every camera we owned to look at the hole in its chest. Because that's the job. Because that's us. The closer we came, the more wrong the thing became. It didn't drift like a rock or wreckage. It hung there, in space, too still, as if the stars themselves had learned to hold their breath. Our instruments told us it had no heat, no decay clouds, no radiation, nothing at all. Just silence. The wound in its chest looked clean, surgical, the edges too smooth to be natural. It it wasn't torn open. It had been opened. Someone said it looked like a door. And doors, of course, mean rooms. That was when we started digging through history. And history did not thank us for it. In the Whisper Files, we pulled from hidden archives. There were faint echoes, stories of pilgrims who went missing on their way to Saturn's rings, expeditions that reported shadows too large to belong to any ship, entries marked redacted due to thematic anomalies, the sort of records bureaucracies pretend never existed. And yet, here it was, the thing behind those stories, the body before us. We sent drones into the dark wound in its chest. We gave them names because it felt wrong to send them in nameless. And one by one, each went silent. Some returned, but not as they had gone. The feed showed corridors that shifted when we blinked, rooms that looked like catalogs, walls lined with objects that were not objects but memories, sealed and labeled. One drone came back with its hull covered in words none of us remembered writing. Another returned carrying a sound, not a signal, not interference, a voice, low and distant, saying only, "Welcome, clerks." That was when we understood this wasn't just a body, it was a library, or perhaps a graveyard that had decided to keep records of its dead. Inside, the wound was impossibly vast. We saw rib arches larger than cities, shelves of crystalline spines humming with fragments of stories. We found gloves stitched with letters, each finger whispering names when we touched. And we found a crown carved from bone, heavier than any bone should be. And through it all, we felt watched, not by eyes, but by the weight of being recorded. Every step we took seemed written down before we took it. Every word echoed as though it had already been archived. We tried to leave, but the Ashen Crown had other ideas. Corridors lengthened, rooms shifted. What was once the mess hall became an aisle of bookshelves. The medical bay filled with rosaries. The ship itself was being rewritten. One of us swore their reflection in the glass moved 2 breaths too late. Another woke with words pressed into their skin that read, "Return what isn't yours." Our own AI began filing us into categories. Not crew, not officers, just entries. The more we resisted, the more the thing pressed back. Instruments filled with anomalies. Our own logs began to change themselves. Coordinates shifted. Dates collapsed. We were being reshelved. When we finally broke free and turned for dock, we were not the same ship. Our transponder didn't read Ashen Crown anymore. It called us something else. Humble object. And when port control tried to hail us, the voice that answered wasn't ours. It was calm, patient, polite. A librarian's voice. We abandoned the station approach and cut transmission. Some things cannot be explained, not without being rewritten. So we left it there, somewhere out beyond the Kuiper Veil, silent, watching, waiting. Because the longer you stare, the more you understand. It was never a corpse. It was only pretending. Hey, thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed this, make sure you like and subscribe. Ooh, excuse me. And hit that notification bell so you know when I put out some new stuff, and hit myself in the head with the microphone again. Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure you share this with somebody if you think they might enjoy it. Have a great day. Bye.